Disclaimer: all the character incidents are fictional, everything is imaginary in this FF, so don't compare with your life. It's just based on imagination, not a reality. You stared at your reflection in the mirror, your hands were trembling as you touched the wheel. Why this is happening to me on my wedding day? Behind you, a cruel laugh filled the room. Your stepsister. So, what will you do now? You already know he's not coming to show up. That day is supposed to be your happiest day. You sat dressed as a bride, yet your heart carried nothing but pain. You know the truth. The man you were about to marry was already lost to your stepsister. You saw them together. You heard his word when he called you shameless. You carried the wound alone because you could not tell about it to your mother. Her heart was too weak. Your father was gone, and your stepfather was not here, so no one was standing for you. Who are you? It must hurting, right? Please just leave me alone. I will not, because I already win. You bite your lips and hardly hold back the tears. You could not break down. Not now. The bell rang, the door opened, and your mother entered with a soft smile. Her hands shook as she held yours. Come on, why don't I see him yet? Maybe he got late, but he came. He will come, don't worry. Yes, mother, he will come. Don't worry. Your own voice trembled yet you forced a smile and you could not let her see the truth. You walked down to the hall towards the altar. Every step felt heavy as if chains were tied to your ankle. Your hands were cold and you muttered under your breath, Please, God, please give me strength. I cannot fall here. At the end of the hall, your stepsister sat with a smirk on her lips. But then her smirk vanished, her jaw dropped, her face went pale. You frozen when you followed her gaze. It was not your fiance who entered, it was John Jungkook, the elder brother, the ruthless mafia boss, a man whose name made people shiver. Whispers spread like wildfire through the guest. When what is happening? Why he is here? You could not answer. Your lips parted, but no word came out. You could only stare. Jungkook reached to the altar. He did not look at anything or anyone else. He stood beside you and held out his hands. Your heart was racing as you stared at his palm, waiting. Slowly, your trembling fingers slid into his strong grip. Flashback. You stood nervously in the front of his desk. Why are you here, Ryan? I caught your brother cheating on me. His jaw tightened, but there was no surprise in his eyes. I told you many times he is not loyal. He changed girl every week. I knew he would hurt you. My mother is too weak. I cannot tell her. And my father is not here. Your father? Your father used to work for my family. I watched you since your childhood. I am 8 years older than you, Vine, and I warned you about him, but you never listened. Your hands clenched into fist. His words were sharp but true. He humiliated me. He called me shameless. I don't know. I wanted to marry you. Jungkook leaned back to his chair and stared at you with his dark and unreadable eyes. Then tell me why you want me to marry you. Because you're the only one who will. I know that. For the first time, he laughed a little, a slow sound that made you nervous. If you know me, Ryan, then you also know love, marriage, things are not for me. I'm not a man who should marry. His words cut like a blade. You lowered your gaze, fighting the sting in your eyes. You turned to leave, but then his voice stopped you. Wait, tell me the timing of your marriage. You frozen and slowly you looked back at him. His lips curled into Back to the story. Your lips were trembling, but then a smile and another smile came to your face. Uh, I thought you will never come. For the first time, a soft laugh left his lips. That was low and deep, but it made your heart skip. Somehow you were right. But here I am. Let's give a chance to marriage and love. Your eyes wouldn't. His word felt unreal, but his gaze was steady. Your stepsister clenched her fists right on her lap. Your mother's worried voice broke the silence. Ryan, I don't understand what is happening. Why is Jungkook here instead of him? You squeezed your mother's hand gently and forced a smile. Mom, don't worry. I wanted to marry him. I will tell you everything later. Your mother's eyes watered, but slowly nodded and sat down. That priest cleared his throat and continued. The vows began, and you stood facing Jungkook, and his hands were holding yours. I never wanted this marriage, Ryan, but for you, I'm here. Don't ever say it's fake. This is real, okay? I know, it is real. A few hours later, the room was silent when you both entered together. You still wear your heavy wedding dress, the veil slipping from your hairs. Jungkook walked behind you and he stepped calm and steady. If you are not comfortable, you can just change your clothes. You turned and looked at him. Where is my wedding gift? His brow lifted lightly and he gave a half smile. Come on, Ryan. You know I'm a mafia boss. I'm not into these kind of things. You pouted, crossing your arms, turning your face away like a child. Then I don't want to talk with you. For the first time in years, Jungkook laughed loudly. He reached into his small pocket and pulled out. I might be a heartless mafia, but I know these rituals. This is for you. He slid a small ring onto your finger. You looked at him in surprise. I was just kidding. I only wanted to make up your mood. Your heart fluttered as you stared at the ring and shining on your hand. He looked at you again. Now, if you are not comfortable, go and change your clothes. You shook your head and smiled faintly. Then your face turned serious. Jungkook, I want a promise. Promise me that I will never have to see him again. The way he humiliated me, I don't wanted to see his face. Jungkook's eyes darkened. His voice dropped low. You know, he might be my brother, but he's not my brother. He always tried to. Me, many times, only to get my property. He sent my enemies after me. He's nothing to me. That is why I warned you to not to be with him. But you never listened. Suddenly the door slammed open and you gasped. Jungkook turned his head sharply. His younger brother and your ex-fiancée stood there. How dare you, Jungkook? How dare you to marry her? When I left her, why you marry her then? Jungkook moved forward and slowly. His aura was filling the room like ice. She is my wife now. Mind your language. You betrayed me, brother. Brother. Wow, you tried to me many times. You call me brother, but you never were. But now listen carefully. You will never dare to call her yours. She belongs to me. His voice was sharp and final. You shivered as his hand brushed your shoulder protectively. I'm not leaving. Do you want me to call my guards? Or do you want to end this right here and leave now? Or you will not walk out? The ex-fiance's face twisted in anger. Jungkook turned back to you, his eyes softened. I promise you, you will never have to see him again. You blinked your eyes and smiled lightly. Now hours passed. The bed felt like too heavy, even though you both were laying too close. The silence was heavy, filled only the soft sound of breathing. You turned your head slightly, and your eyes catching his in dim light. I can sleep. Same. I keep turning, but my eyes won't close. He let out a small chuckle. It was strange, but this man was everyone feared. But laying here seems almost boyish. You want to know why I can't sleep? Tell me. Because, being honest, this is my first time I have ever laid beside a woman. You almost burst into laughing, but you bite your lips and your shoulders shaking a little. Really? Jungkook, that called Mafia, never slept with a woman? Don't laugh at me. I mean it. I'm not laughing. This is funny to imagine that someone like you is nervous right now. His lips curled slightly, but then his hand brushed against your arm by mistake. The warmth of skin against yours sent a shiver down your spine. His eyes widened. He quickly pulled away. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to touch you. Jungkook? Hmm? Come on now. I'm your wife. You don't have to apologize, at least for touching my hand. He looked at you for a long second. His gaze was unreadable. Then slowly he reached out. Again his fingers slid onto yours, locking your hands with his. Your hand is so small. It can fit my like I was always mean to. Your heart skipped a beat. You looked away, trying to hide your blush on your cheeks. You're trying to be cheesy now. Maybe. But it is true. He moved closer, so closer that his breath brushed against your forehead. Tell me, are you uncomfortable? No, I'm not. You whispered, and your voice was soft but certain. His thumb brushed gently across your ankle. Now let's end it here, but if you all want, we can write a bonus part जिसमें हम और characters add कर सकते हैं. But the thing is that you need to share and comment. Okay, because if I get like 3 or 4K views, मैं उस पर क्या ही bonus part लिखूँगी फिर. So you all need to share this video. So the end. Bye bye guys.